Transworld Sport made the trip to the Irish capital Dublin recently to catch up with a sports performance coach by the name of Dave Alred. He excels in the fields of rugby union and golf, having worked with the likes of Luke Donald and Jonny Wilkinson over the years.
Jonny was the first player that I took from a very young age. And so I was able to support his development. And Jonny was a very accomplished player, but it was an opportunity to go, come on, let's start again and let's really see what we can achieve.
Dave specializes in performance under pressure.
Kind of looks at it from an outsider's view, looks at how I practice, making sure I'm working and practicing efficiently.
Luke was the first professional golfer, full-time professional golfer that I worked with. And I think I was quite taken back by the lack of killer and oomph about training and taking on sessions and getting almost nasty to be able to achieve. And I just felt, gosh, you could do so much more. And I think that was awesome to win, 2 Wentworths back to back and all the rest of it. It was absolutely outstanding.
Francesco Molinari is the latest man to have reaped the benefits of working with Dave. The Open champion is now a world beater with a positive mindset. His swing coach testifies to the impact that Dave's had.
You get situations that he calls ugly, and he challenges Francesco to do tough stuff. And Francesco said, and I agree with him, is that most of the team around Francesco until Dave came along were, I wouldn't say relaxed, nice guys, but we're more relaxed than Dave would be or want you to be under competition and practice. I mean, he comes down here and works him hard, really hard, 6 hours a day. And I would go as far to say without the swing, he couldn't do it, but without the performance, he couldn't do that as well. He needs to know how to do it when his back's against the wall, and that's what Dave gave him.
Dave has been working with Molinari for 2 years. He's a constant presence with notebook in hand, watching, recording everything.
It was just nice to see him just be absolutely locked into the process of, we have this phrase, doing what we do. So it's nothing special, and I know that could sound a bit arrogant, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to be, this is what we do, this is how we train, and to be honest, if he played like that and came second, played like that and came third, I would be just as proud. And that's a really important thing, because we have this motto about you only compete against your previous self.
On our visit to Dublin, Dave was in town working with Irish rugby union star Jonny Sexton. Dave is a former rugby player himself. He's been helping coach Sexton, particularly when it comes to the mental game of kicking, for many years.
He's outstanding. He really has come on. He's come on with working with both feet. He's got a lot sharper, and for a big man, that's really important. He's come more accurate. I'd like to think his belief is better, and that's all that matters. And then next week, we're going to be better than we are this week.
Well done. Well done. Good. Kenny won. That's the best. Right, now, exactly the same, but one step.
Dave's all I've known really since for the last 10 years. But I just know he's top drawer, like top class. He's always trying to adapt and get better, and I think that's what I like. Nothing's ever the same old thing. It's always something new, which keeps challenging in training. He doesn't change too much with your technique. Maybe a little adjustment here and there, but with regards to training and practice, I think that's where he keeps things interesting and always fresh things.
Okay, right, I have to concentrate on this to get a clean strike. Now it's suddenly, every now and again, they rocket one and it goes 50. And I said, no, back, it has to be caught at 40 metres.
Great kick, well done.
And I'm always looking to try and get people to do better at what they already do. I don't say, stop, that's not the way you do it. You need to change this, change that. I'm not into that. I'm into a constant evolution of getting better.
Right, catch, hit, too many steps. Yeah, one step, hit, well done.
And I call it a eureka moment when we suddenly go, wow, And I'm going, so they achieved something for the first time, and I'm thinking, yeah, but if we could do this more often, how good could we be? And try and, if you like, almost drown them with enthusiasm to keep in that ugly zone so that when you do what you do, you're at the very top of your game. I just worry that you've actually built quite a lot of room.
As often as he's free, he's spending too much time with the golfers at the moment, so I see him look once a month, twice a month, whenever he can get over. I tell him just book and come over and I'll make it work at the end of training or on a day off or the weekend, so I take him when I can get him.
After an hour of intense work together, Dave then heads to the airport. He stays in contact with Jonny via text.
I'm going home for 3 days just to see if I still live there. It's probably the toughest part of the job, and not just the traveling, but the time zones. Is continually either recovering from jet lag or preparing for it. I try and advise them on the best way, but basically learn from rugby, particularly the Super 14, where teams were playing in New Zealand, Australia and Argentina and South Africa. So to keep going across those time zones and playing each week is really, really tough.
I'm now really going to departures.